Word stress rules. There are two very simple rules about word stress. Number one word has only one stress. One word cannot have two stresses. If you hear two stresses, you hear two words. Two stresses cannot be one word. It is true that there can be a secondary stress in some words, but a secondary stress is much smaller than the main or primary stress, and it is only used in long words. Number two, we can only stress vowels, not consonants. There are some more rather complicated rules that can help you understand where to put the stress, but do not rely on them too much, because there are many exceptions. It is better to try to feel the music of the language and add the stress naturally. Stress on the first syllable. Rule. Most two-syllable nouns: present, export, China, table. Present, export, China, table. Most two-syllable adjectives: present, slender, clever, happy. Present, slender, clever, happy. Stress on last syllable. So stressed on the last syllable. The rule: most two-syllable verbs: present, export, decide, begin. Present, export, decide, begin. There are many two-syllable words in English whose meaning and class change with a change in stress. The word present, for example, is a two-syllable word. If we stress the first syllable, it is a noun, gift, or an adjective, opposite of absent. But if we stress the second syllable, present, it becomes a verb, to offer. More examples: the words export, import, contract or contract, object can all be nouns or verbs depending on whether the stress is on the first or second syllable. Stress on penultimate syllable. Penultimate equals second from end. Rule: words ending in ic. Graphic, geographic, geologic. Rule: words ending in sion and tion. Television, revelation. Television, revelation. For a few words, native English speakers don't always agree on where to put the stress. For example, some people say television and others say television. Television and others say television. Another example is controversy and controversy. Controversy and controversy. Stress on the antepenultimate syllable. Antepenultimate, third from end. Rule: words ending in cy, ty, phy, and gy. Democracy, dependaBIlity, photography, geOLogy. Democracy, dependaBIlity, photography, geOLogy. Words ending in al. Critical, geoLOGical. Compound nouns, so words with two parts. Rule: For compound nouns, the stress is on the first part. Blackbird, greenhouse. For compound adjectives, the stress is on the second part. Bad-tempered, old-fashioned. For compound verbs, the stress is on the second part. Understand, overflow. So thanks for watching this video, and please like and subscribe.